welcome back. This will be part 2 of my Let's Play of Dragon Age Inquisition. When we left off last time, we had created a character with a shady criminal background who's got a mark on her hand that can close rifts. Rifts being things like these that have just blown up a conclave. In this game we don't really know what the conclave was about, but I think it's happy to say that it was about the war between mages and Templars that are currently going on.
Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who she is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead!
Oh.
We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Yeah, I'm standing right here. She probably hasn't got a high regard for humans, especially ones that want to arrest her, when in her mind she hasn't really done anything.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
You shouldn't even be here! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
Ooh. Getting worse.
How do you think we should proceed?
Yeah, I gotta go with why you're asking for my opinion. You seem to be doing it yourself since we started.
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark?
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own.
So the soldiers, nice, straightforward. Scouts may be lost, but you know. Or indirect, but some of the soldiers are going to be lost. I'm a rogue, so I'm probably going to go with the mountain pass. Attack him from behind, from the side, and all that.
Use the mountain path. Work together.
Send over to
You all know
Spruce.
what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
Big push
On your
forward.
head be the consequences, Seeker.
Guy's a bit of a douche. When you said mountain path, it looks a lot like a mountain ladder. Well, I assume we better start climbing.
The tunnel should be just ahead. The path to the temple lies just beyond it.
What manner of tunnel is this? A mine?
Part of an old mining complex. These mountains are full of such paths.
And your missing soldiers are in there somewhere?
Along with whatever has detained them.
We shall see soon enough.
Oh, what's that? Quick look out, it's all right off. Nice view from up up here. Alright, so let's go and attack these things. Go invisible and see if I can use my poison. Oh. Oh, poison just coats the blade, I see. Alright, well, while that's going well, maybe I should attack some of these. Down, didn't lose any health, which is good. Though Solas? I think his name is Solas. Did put some a barrier on me, which helped. And it's nice in this game that you don't really need to micromanage the followers. In the other games, you got a lot more options with kind of giving them behaviours. You can set kind of commands. So if a certain requirement was met, like there was a ranged enemy, you could then make your own ranged enemy target them first, or if there was like you could make your sword and shield person taunt and attack the biggest enemy or the most powerful enemy. So you can basically just tell them who they should be attacking, where they should be focused on in the battle, their kind of tactics, which was quite nice. In this one you can still do the same to a degree, but it's not quite as fleshed out. I think the default one for most of these is only a couple. The main one being that when their health falls below a certain bit, they all take a potion until there's only 2 potions left. Those 2 potions get reserved for me activating them. Alright, let's go through here. Let's take out one of these. I missed with that as well. He's poisoned. Can I switch to the other one and poison him a bit? Right, they're both poisoned, and I'm going to go invisible and attack this thing. Oh, no, I still seem to be attacking this. Oh well. Right. Gone. Okay. We got anything around here? Ooh, some loot. Spindleweed, that's just what I wanted. Spindleweed being a plant, you can make some potions out of it. I don't see my character being much of a potion maker.
We found the soldiers.
That cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
That's a task for the other dwarf in our party.
I believe if you go off in this direction, you can do a lot of mining of ore. But honestly, I'm not going to have my character do that because there's no reason why I should be off mining ore at this point. There's a lot of people in the battles for their lives, and here you are. Alright, another one on this side? No, it's already been taken care of. Let's put some poison on my weapons. Do that one. Oh no, everyone's already dead.
Lady Cassandra!
Oh.
Lieutenant, you're alive!
Can I close this? Oh. No. You can interact with it. Essentially the bar on the top right shows how many monsters are still kind of left before the rift can be closed. Ooh. Not sure what that was about. Let the sign bugging out a bit there. So this bar just up here shows how many monsters were left before it could close the rift. Quite often you'll have 2 rounds of enemies, so you kill the first lot of enemies and then a new lot will spawn.
You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
If you manage to trigger the rift in the meantime, it does a thing that stuns the enemies that are out and weakens them slightly.
Hold out much longer. Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. She insisted we come this way.
Not sure I really insisted.
Then you...
No time to talk.
We have to get to the breach. And quickly.
To the breach?
Yeah.
I don't...
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
Or stay and
once.
fight. Also a
Quickly,
choice.
let's move!
Wanna put it out there?
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes.
Joy. Alright, come on then, Solas and Varric and Cassandra.
Down the ladder. That's the way to the temple.
What? I'm not very good at climbing ladders. My dwarf just slides all the way down. Oh, there's no one here. This thing that this
So, holes
shows
in the
you
Fade
what
don't
loot's
just
around.
accidentally happen, right?
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happened once the immediate danger is past.
Another thing about Dragon Age is if you click on the portraits, you can change who you're currently playing as out of the people in your team. It could be Cassandra, or you could use Solas and have his magic, and Varric with his crossbow. Which is quite fun. If you want to try out, especially during your first playthrough, you can try out different types of characters. Where on earth am I meant to be going? Yeah. You can try out the different types of characters, so you can see what it's like to be a sword and shield. You can see what it's like to be a
Temple of
mage.
Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
Got kind of burnt dead bodies. The Temple of Sacred Ashes, we visited in the first game. It's the resting place of Andraste's ashes. Andraste being the kind of saviour of mankind, bride of the Maker, the main god as well. So she's kind of a holy figure that kind of saved humanity from the rule of, of mages actually. Templar helmet, I'll take that. This way, possibly. Lots of these dead people. Got the rift. It's a bigger rift. It doesn't look giant, but that bit in the sky looks giant, I suppose.
Breach is a long way up.
Oh, got
You're here.
an audience.
Omega.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple.
Liliana's getup reminds me a lot of Tali in the Mass Effect 2. For some reason. Might just be the
This
purple
is
hood.
your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I am ready. Just tell me what to do. Action or not quite believing it. Yeah, let's go with action. Tell me
I'm
what to do.
assuming you have a plan to get me up there?
Still a bit hostile
No.
to you. You did arrest me.
This rift was the
I
first,
mean-
and it is the key.
A cell.
Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Right, okay. Way down. We came from there, so we've got to go up to go down.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
Sacrifice?
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
Oh, what do we have here?
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
In
Magic could have drawn on
Dragon
lyrium
Age
beneath the
2,
temple, corrupted
Red Lyrium caused a lot of problems for the characters,
Don't touch it.
especially for Varric.
Keep the sacrifice still.
His brother became corrupted by it, and in the end we had to fight him.
Help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
There we go, you knew Justini was dead. Now you know that she was the Divine Justinia. Divine Justinia being kind of the leader for the Chantry, the leader of religion in Fadas, mostly. Just hop down here and get our rift closing on.
Someone help me!
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Hold them!
We have an intruder. Slay the dwarf.
This vision kind of clears me from the wrongdoing, I suppose.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
You know an awful lot about it.
Demons! Stand ready!
I have a feeling we don't quite have enough people. Probably could have done with a proper army. An ogre.
Now!
At least I believe it's an ogre. Some kind of fade demon-y thing. So if I come invisible, can I just get around the back and maybe stab it in the back?
We must strip its defenses. Wear it down.
Or can I use this? Activate this? Will it attack me while I'm doing this? Oh, there we go.
The demon is vulnerable. Now!
Right. Poison it? No, too late. Oh. Right. Let's go back invisible. Run around this side and see if we can weaken it by pressing that thing again. You might have briefly saw that it flashed up with someone being injured, and then someone took a potion. Was it? Ow! Ow! Oh god! Oh no! Don't stand in front of it. Also not a good idea. Go in the back. Let's get our poison on. Stab this guy. He's getting right in the way. Sandra getting injured again. Damn it, now it's armoured? Or got some sort of barrier thing going on. Can I do this again? If I did against that, should damage it. Right, it's down to half health. Basically I just got kind of rinsed and repeat. Oh, there's some new stuff spawned. Can't see. Maybe I should... Oh, it's finally noticed me, let's go invisible. I'm not here, it can't see me. And use this. Ow, someone is getting hammered. Who is getting hammered? Right. Ow. Right, I have to attack these guys. Stabby, 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 stabby. Moving around. Ow. Probably not good. Do I stay invisible if I can? Yeah, might as well. I stay invisible now, I come out invisible when I'm doing this. The problem is this, it does leave you a bit exposed. Before when I was my mage, I used to get attacked a lot when I was trying to do that. But it seems to damage this thing a lot more than actually hitting it seems to. Helps if I'm actually next to it. Ow! Hit me with some electric. Oh, it's almost dead. I keep forgetting I used to chase after it. As I said before, with my mage, it doesn't matter how close I was, it would keep attacking. Yeah. Although I will just loot this little bit here, just because. Pure lightning essence. Hey, probably shouldn't have looted it, but still. Well, that wasn't too hard in the end. Did well. Hopefully I've saved myself from dying with my strange green lightning hand disease. And I think I've pretty much been cleared of the catastrophe that caused it, which resulted in the death of the divine Justinia, leader of the Chantry. Well, leader of the Chantry everywhere apart from in the Imperium. But you'll find out more about the Tevinter Imperium later. Tevinter mages. Who have their own Chantry, or own version of Chantry. And their divine is always a man, whereas in the rest of the world, the divine's always a lady. It's a bit weird, but the Tevinter Empire. I mean, it's called the Tevinter Imperium. It's like an empire, and it essentially just doesn't talk with the rest of the world. Waking up sometime later, I'm guessing. Must have passed out when I closed the rift.
Oh,
We meet our second elf.
I didn't know you were awake. I swear.
My surface dwarf, I probably would understand that about half the elves are kept in slums and kind of generally mistreated by humans. More often than not, they end up being servants. So, obviously you don't like people being treated as servants. Well, yeah, we're lower class, we're criminals, don't like blue blood and all that. Maybe I'm a bit affronted at the fact that she seems afraid. I'll ask this one.
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
I don't think so.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Pleased? Yeah, I'm quite confused about what's going on.
So you're saying they're happy with me?
I'm only saying what I heard. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Oh, glad I got my clothes back on. That strange white clothing, it's pretty much the same for my male mage as well, and it just looks awful. We've got some lore. There's an awful lot of lore in this game if you ever want to read it all. Amy just seems to be the kind of station of Templar in here. Not sure about that. Special shipment. Dagger of the Dragon. This was DLC I got with my pre-order. Essentially, you got a flaming weapon. I don't know if I can equip it. It's only really useful at the start because it's quite low level. Dagger of the Dragon. Well, I suppose that's a lot better than what I have at the moment, though. Well, it's level 5. I mean, it's not. You're not going to be using it endgame or even probably mid game, but it's quite good for at the start. Get one of them. Annoyingly, because it's handed. Enjoyed. I can't get it out. Essentially, it's. I mean, it was a flaming staff, so I'm assuming it's going to be a dagger that's on fire, really. Who are these guys? Got a badass looking helmet. Actually, it's a ribbon? Oh. Well, for a criminal dwarf, this is a bit of a shock.
They said when she came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over her.
Ooh, someone to talk to. I'll talk to you in a second, actually. Actually, no, let's go talk to you now. If you know what the hell's going on.
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak with you.
Right, I shall come back after I've spoken to Seeker Cassandra. Chantry. Assuming it's this thing.
That's her. She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
I heard she was supposed to close it entirely.
Someone's not quite happy.
Chancellor Roderick says that the Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
I'm not sure about these headdresses though, they just look a bit... That's nice. Grand place, got some books I can read.
Have you gone completely mad? She should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
That's the guy that didn't like me at the start.
I do not believe she is guilty.
The dwarf failed, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, she intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
Nice that she's sticking up for us.
To decide.
She owns her mistakes,
Your
which is quite
duty
nice.
to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
Well, I suppose it's time we enter them. Oh.
Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
I have a feeling, mate, you're not in charge.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
Am I still a suspect? Do you want my help again? Maybe this. Because she, after hearing that conversation, she knows she's not, but it'd be a nice thing to break the kind of conversational ice.
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we
not
just
quite.
did.
You absolutely are.
No, she is not.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
Oh.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the
I
voices
tried to
in the
help.
temple. The Divine called to her for help.
Damn straight.
Through her
Not that I can remember that, but still.
That thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
You sure? Leave him innocent? Serious? What more do you want? Not sure I want to be a chosen one. Not a chosen one. You believe I'm innocent? Serious? Maybe not quite angry when they're sticking up for me. Maybe a what more do you want? Yeah, this seemed to work out well for us before. This Then we'll also stick with this one.
The breach is stable now. What more do you want from me?
We must try again.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
It's not for you to decide either.
You know what this is, Chancellor?
Giant
A
book.
writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act.
Prove it.
As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
You just got told, I believe.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
The Inquisition of old. You want a holy war? Maybe not quite. Maybe start the holy war.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
Good. Not too delusional. Inquisition of old. Am I a dwarf? I might not know too much about human history. Let's go with this.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
Yeah, what about the Chantry?
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
Yeah, what happens if I refuse?
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
Again, doesn't look like I got too much choice. Yeah, this is rather strange.
When I woke up, I certainly didn't picture this outcome.
Neither did we.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
I'm not sure I really grabbed her hand there, but still. Well. So it's like I'm sticking with the Inquisition for now. Oh. Been joined by a couple more guys. We got Leliana, who was again a companion in the first game, another rogue. Barrack, trusty dwarf rogue. Sending off some ravens or other such carrion birds. Supposed to let everyone know that the Inquisition is back in town. Got this guy, he's actually appeared in all 3 games. His name is Cullen. He, as you'll find out, used to be a Templar. You saw him in the Mage's Tower in the first game. You saw him in the second game as well, again as a Templar. I actually have realistic armor in this, or at least sensible armor. This how kind of immersion and believability of the world. Got a nice big cloak on, especially since I suppose it's snowing. Not sure about the golden sleeves, but just be all dramatic and gaze off in the sunset time, I suppose. Dragon Age Inquisition. Wow. Okay. So that was the prologue, as it were, or at least kind of tutorial start. Now I get to do a variety of things. I believe I can go straight back in there, or I can explore the town a little bit. So as you can see by the mini-map, there's a quartermaster there. These heads of people that I can speak to. We've got Varric over down there, and Solas as well, an apothecary. And these little diamond-shaped things, is I believe a mission or a side quest. So I can go and do some quests and kind of explore a bit. Which I will, because I think you want to clear ahead and go for a bit of a walk. That's kind of everything that's been going on. Oh yeah. Thanks for watching the kind of prologue and part 2 of my Dragon Age Let's Play, and I hope to see you all again. Goodbye.